And we definitely need to go and support the Mexican side. Would you like some guns? I'm sure you would. Who doesn't like guns? Have some guns. More factories. I'm going to say that we're going to put 2 more in each of these. This red line is getting horribly overextended. Let's reduce that a little bit. Whoop. Oops, that did not reduce. Nope, that's... Oh, it's because it's on that tiny little bit. There. Get rid of it.
Befehle! Befehle! Angetreten! Weiter! Weiter! Befehle!
Done. Alright, good. You guys are still attacking, though getting a little bogged down. Probably because supply up there is worse than down here. I mean, we're just attacking across the steppes. Plus, all of the tanks are in the south. That would have a bearing as well.
Auf geht's!
And we could definitely do with buying in a bit more fuel. Yeah, I thought Britain might do that. Argentina, you're in the Allies. Colombia. Venezuela. Iran. Iraq. And we can also construct some stuff. So let's get another set of synthetic refineries. Perfection. Carry on. Rommel's been wounded. Well, Wibble. He's still not a panzer leader. In fact, his panzer leader's not going up at all. Ernst Eberhard Hell. Actually, where's Manstein?
Ihre Befehle?
Manstein is going to join his army in that case.
Befehle? Befehle! Bereit!
Heinrichi is going to take command of this group. And there is a method behind my madness. And then the idea is that Eberhard Hell can take command of this group, and these guys are in the north. So having our winter specialist in the north seems like a pretty good idea to me. Especially because I can double down and make him a winter expert. Good stuff. Yeah. Cheap radar. Should probably have got engineering rather than radar, but it's fine. Bring me closer. I want to hit them with my sword. That definitely seems like the type of thing that Rommel would say. Fall of Leningrad. Wait, only just fell? It's been controlled by Finland for ages. I don't know how Finland got it, seeing as they're neutral. Well, they were, they're not anymore. And Mexico joined the Greater East Prosperity Sphere. Unfortunately, fake Mexico had more troops over here. Although it does look like our allies are starting to rally, so hopefully we'll be able to respond. I'm a bit busy with the Soviets myself.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Just kill that, guys.
Achtung.
Just attack it. It's not rocket science.
Achtung. Befehle. Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit. Achtung.
Getting a distinct lack of traits here.
Ihre Befehle.
Loads of experience, but that's about it. Oh, the French are going for it.
Achtung.
Carry on. Cut off. Lovely. So then everyone assigned to this southern section will just deal with the Caucasus lands. And I think I'll actually extend out the tanks to here. Going round below the Urals, and then we're going to try and cut off up here. Although by then they may well have already capitulated. Has Moscow fallen yet? Yes, actually. Just. Iberia declared war on the Philippines, but I'm not sure that the Philippines... No, they're not. Philippines are not protected by the US. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Alright, Soviets have now lost almost 1 million men to me. I've lost 23,000. I'm actually astonished we're doing as well as we are. Now, I know we had well-equipped armies and they're pretty numerous, but still. Alright, number of light tank deficit is definitely increasing. So we'll go ahead and do this. What do we have loads of? Guns. We have lots and lots and lots of guns. So let's drop you to that, seeing as we keep stealing them from other people. How do I like the espionage so far? It's alright. I'm a little bit underwhelmed by it. It doesn't seem as useful or as groundbreaking as I kind of expected it would be. Like, the operations are kind of clunky. And not very well laid out. That's mostly a UI issue. And I wish there were more missions to do on the map. Like, as it is, I find myself almost never actually checking it. Resistance is a much bigger issue. But with the exception of the Netherlands, we seem to have that more or less under control. Burma has capitulated. Priya Prahon has announced that the cowardly Burmese nation can no longer withstand the pressure of Siamese troops. Alright, this is a simple task. You go there.
Ihre Befehle?
You go there.
Bereit.
Go there.
Befehle. Ihre Befehle? Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
There we go. That'll deal with the Caucasus. Yeah, okay, so that's one thing which is true. So, part of the reason I almost never do anything with spies is because I just stick them on build intel networks and I just leave them there. Because intel is really, really good in this. I do like the changes. I very, very much like the changes they've made to the intel ledger. Like the fact that you get scaling amounts of information. You get a lot of information if you put the effort into intel. And I put a lot of effort into intel. So, yeah, this is really cool. I like this. Like, I haven't done it that much this game, but that's because we're quite overwhelmingly strong. I think you get too few spies. I would agree with that for most nations, yes. I think you should get, like, 3 as a standard, with 4 or 5 optional. Like, I'm not that much of a fan of the whole spy master role. I don't think everyone should get this many. I think you should get 5. Like, 3 for a minor nation, 5 for a major, 7 for a faction leader, maybe. Because you don't need to even invest in your agency that much. You definitely don't need the majority of these ones down here. Maybe 1 or 2 passive defense, then 1 or 2 of these, and that would be enough. You just want the agents so you can actually send them out and do stuff.
Ihre Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören. Ausrücken.
Soviets are getting ever closer. What are these Soviet units like? They're still full strength. How am I this much stronger than them? Their soft attack is pretty equal. I've got better penetration. That's not really relevant. They can pierce my armor. My infantry divisions just have the light armor tank divisions. And they're not anything massively special. Air Force? Oh, it might be the Air Force. Are we really that overwhelming? Kind of. Yeah, we are doing more damage, but it's not like ludicrous levels. I think part of it is that we just not let them breathe. They've had no chance to reassemble. So they're going to be constantly on low organization because we just keep pushing them back. Nine infantry, 3 artillery. 9 infantry. No support equipment. Oh yes, they do. Engineers and support AT. The support AT is why they can kill my recon tanks. Actually, if they can kill the recon tanks, I'm very tempted just to change them to armored car recon. Armored car recon would actually slow them down. No, the light tanks are pretty good for maneuverability too. Latvian Loyalist War. We're at war with America. Don't know how, but we are. And just as we abandoned the lines against them, because of course, they may have tried to intervene in Mexico. So it looks like Mexican Europe is going to get defeated, so we're going to need to come over here and box in their ears a little bit once the Soviets are dealt with. Rescue captured operative, done. And prepare collaboration government. What are you waiting for? Oh, haha! Yeah, go ahead and refund that. There is no government to collaborate with anymore. Wonder what kind of resistance the US has to deal with at the moment. Well, considering they had a civil war, they might actually have to deal with some. Alright, we need to buy in some more oil. We're running low. There actually isn't that much oil to buy. Huh. That's an interesting problem. Actually, is it? Because I've not actually researched very much synthetics. So I think we need to double down on the old synthetics now. Because we're gaining 1.8 from refineries, and we've got almost nothing actually invested in refineries. Oh yeah, that's true. We could take the oil states from here. I think we might need to. Thank you. The fall of Baku. Earlier today, German forces successfully occupied the city of Baku, a vital strategic objective in their war against the Soviet Union. Alright, so this should help turn the oil situation around, although we're going to be exporting the majority of it. But that does mean that my allies are now going to have access to oil. Furthermore, actually, I don't know how that works. Still have 47 left for export. That seemingly hasn't really helped. Let's go check out the occupied territories, which is going to be these. They are going to have a tremendous amount of resistance. That's because my garrisons are still arriving. And I'm actually really tempted to just say harsh quotas. Actually, no, martial law gets more local resources. Forced labor. Okay, so harsh quotas is for factories, forced labor is for mineral rights. So we can do that. Means that we'll need to have a very large garrison here, but we can do that. Could change economic laws, but the rest of my alliance is kind of reliant on my goods. Like, we export a lot. Maybe. No, I think I just need to change my refining laws. And then we'll be alright. Because like I said, not done any of them. The Emu Empire has declared war on Australia. Excellent. And yes, that's a good point. We should also repair infrastructure down here. fully repaired. I need to expand it though. Armenia doesn't do oil, does it? No. Okay, so we're going to give Armenia back to the Poles. And we'll let them worry about it. Then we'll just remain in control of these two. We'll build up the infrastructure with our amazing industry. And that's going to increase our oil production too. Cool. Imperialist civil war in Australia. Pro-imperial elements in Australia have risen up in open revolt against the government, demanding the immediate return of emus as the dominant species in Australia. Benf, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Great Britain allies the imperialist Australian emu loyalists. Well, alright then. Soviets gotta be getting close. Soviets getting close. Oh, and this is going to capitulate the Netherlands, the East Indies, and Belgium, and Luxembourg. The European Union will finally be complete. Except for Scandinavia. We'll have to do something about Scandinavia. And the tanks are too far away. Air innovation's done. Let's move you down to about here. It's going to be interesting to see who gets what out of this peace deal. Finally realised I controlled this. Well, actually, I don't. France does. Malaya just went. Japan's doing some damage down there. The war just keeps on getting ever larger. Right, you guys have achieved that part of the objective. I would like you to be a little bit further out. Go from there. Carry on.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
That's 3 divisions. No, I'm pretty sure we can get slightly more than 3 divisions interested in that.
Befehle angetreten.
Carry on. I don't think I'm even going to need this giant cutoff, honestly. Where's Magnitogorsk? Magnitogorsk is worth a few. Yeah, there's a few victory points in this area, which we're going to want to try and grab if we can. And we are almost in Gorky, which might be enough. We can probably bring Rommel back. Nope. Wounded for another month still. Skills is Manstein getting? Cavalry leader, infantry leader, skilled staffer.
Befehle?
We're getting a few, but I don't feel like we're actually fighting very much, so I'm not sure how much experience we're actually getting.